So now that the Black Ops 6 beta is over, we had roughly about 9 to 10 days of full-on gameplay with it, and I have my honest review about the game. When I made my first review, I gave the game a rating in 8.5 out of 10. Maybe that was a stretch, I don't know, but I think it still remains an 8.5 out of 10. You guys can let me know your rating down in the comment section and why. I read a lot of comments in my previous review about it, and the common consensus was around a 4 to a 5. I talked to a lot of people and they say it's a really good game. It's a really good beta, and they're looking forward to the game. Today, we're gonna be talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, and just overall my honest opinions and thoughts about Black Ops 6 and just the full release of the game and what to expect. If you guys could do me a favor, drop a like on the video, and let's get straight into it. So obviously the first thing I want to talk about is the connection, the latency, the packet loss. I think that's a common thing that a lot of people are going to be talking about in the reviews is the freaking packet loss. You don't understand how important it is to have good connection when you play Call of Duty. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. Your connection matters so much. It doesn't matter if you're on console, PC. If you get a packet burst or a packet loss or latency during a gunfight, you're going to lose the gunfight. You're going to hitch and you're going to lag and you're not going to have a good time. It's the most frustrating experience of all time. Now, granted, it was a beta. You know, they had limited servers and all that, but I know they're going to have more servers when they release the game. But my only concern is when they actually release the game, the freaking servers are going to be super flooded and it's going to be overall a bad experience. I don't know if you guys remember the last 2 or 3 or 4 releases of Call of Duty, but the servers are absolutely cooked when they release the game. It is just fried, and I hope that they have learned their lesson with the previous launches that connection is super important for the user. It's the key to have a good experience in Call of Duty. Secondly, let's talk about the gunplay. The gunplay, I'm talking about just how overall the guns felt, the gunfights felt, the fluidity of the game. I genuinely feel like the gunplay was not bad. I think it definitely was a different experience with the Omni movement and all of that. I think there's a lot of combinations. I think mouse and keyboard players have their own unique way to keybind certain movements, which gives a little bit of an advantage, but as the console player, you have more aim assist. So there's like pros and cons to playing mouse and key, and there's pros and cons to playing controller. But just with the whole Omni movement and how to stack certain movement keybinds, the skill gap is going to be incredible, and I think that's what makes a good Call of Duty, when there's a good skill gap in terms of using movements and coverage and stuff like that. I think the gunplay was fine. I liked it. I like when there's things in the game to create a skill gap amongst players to differentiate a good player versus a seasoned player versus a pro player versus just a casual player. Let's talk about the gun selection. So we were kind of marketed or promised that there's going to be 16 brand new guns, right? And I clearly, it's not brand new guns. The XM4 is returning, which I don't mind. The C9 or the MP5 is returning, which I don't mind. The Jackal PDW, aka the AK-74U, is returning. And you know, you just have like, and well, what is it? The LMG that almost looks like the M16. It's just pretty much the M16 with the 100-round magazine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, can we all agree, like, some of the weapons in the beta are literally just guns we've seen before, just kind of reskinned or renamed, or just kind of look a little bit different. Now, granted, it's hard to make weapons or create, I mean, actually not really. You could create your own brand new universe of weapons, which would be cool, but then you're kind of stretching out like what's real and what's fake. But then again, Call of Duty is fake, so you could make fake guns. Who cares? I think it's difficult to do that, but yeah, we don't have brand new guns. I think we just have reskinned guns. The C9 is the flipping MP5. I know people are going to be technical in the comment section and be like, that's not a freaking MP5. Or they're going to say the Jackal PDW is not the AK-74U. You might be correct, but it just freaking looks like it. You know what I'm saying? I want a brand new selection of weapons that have a brand new feel and a brand new look to it. But that's just too much to ask for. Call of Duty's been out for such a very long time, and it's kind of difficult to do that, make brand new guns like that. Let's talk about the maps. You guys already know my stance on the maps. I think the maps are a mid-ball. I think it's a little underwhelming, if you will. You know, like the maps, you know, they already made the maps, but I just feel like they've had this game in development for such a long period of time, and like the maps are just a little bit underwhelming. And I saw all the maps that are going to be released. The 16 new maps are going to be released. Just a little underwhelming, to be honest. All of them are small to medium range, close range. There's no big maps, which a lot of you guys enjoy. I prefer to have 1 or 2 big maps in the rotation, but a lot of them are going to be medium to small maps, which raises a little bit concerns with the spawn points. I'm going to talk about the spawns. The spawns are absolutely atrocious, which I don't mind because I can kind of take advantage of that. You know, in Babylon, brother, I don't know if you guys have seen clips on Babylon, and especially in my videos or just clips around in general, you can literally hop into the back corner and spawn trap them. And it's just broken. When you have small maps, you create bad spawns. And especially if you're running a 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 man, 6 man stacked party, you're going to be able to ruin the other players' experiences pretty greatly, which I personally don't care. But yeah, when you play small maps like that, the spawns are going to be really difficult to manage and work on and improve. You know, like I said, every map feels like it's shipment just with the Omni movement. and I can't even imagine with the full game, all the maps being released, and all of them are being small maps, the spawns are going to be pretty bad. And I don't know how they're going to work on that and improve it, but I'm pretty sure they're going to improve it throughout the months. Another issue is freaking false shadow bans, dude. Like, dude, a lot of people get false shadow banned, and it's absolutely disgusting. Like, people that I know that are like absolutely legit have been stuck in the shadow ban loop for years, 3 years, and it's just like they can't play the game. It's just the system, how it works is if you just get a bunch of spam reports, you can get shadow banned, falsely shadow banned. Now, I don't know, dude. I think it's a system where Treyarch and like Activision know what the problem is, but they don't know how to kind of overwork it. I don't know. Let's talk about the sleeper agent perk. Let's talk about the perks. The perks are cool. I like the fact that you could select all green perks, blue perks, red perks, and have like an enforcer or like a specialty perk. But sleeper agent, the field upgrade, that is absolutely cooked, brother. Like, first of all, from a content creation standpoint, right? And then just from like an overall gameplay perspective, as a content creator, and for the people that watch my videos, now it's even more, they're going to be like, these guys are not even shooting back on you even more. It was already one thing that the lobbies are very bad, but that is another thing when they're just really just like walking past you. When you activate sleeper agent field upgrade, you appear as like a friendly when you're not. Like, so like they're not going to see a red name gamer tag above your head when you walk by them. Like, so yeah, you're going to see a lot of gameplays going forward where like legitimately enemies will walk past me without them even knowing that I'm there because I show up as a friendly. So sleeper agent can last for 30 seconds or something like that. And you can stack it. Every kill adds another 2 seconds to it. And sleeper agent is going to be a huge problem. I'm pretty sure they're going to nerf it to like maybe 10 to 15 seconds. In my humble ass opinion, sleeper agent needs to get completely removed from the game. It makes absolutely no sense in multiplayer at all. I'm glad you can only get it once or twice per game. I think once, but just in general, sleeper agent is cooked. Like, it's not, I don't know. I don't mind using it, but it's just going to be a big problem in the casual community. I don't know. You gotta let me know your thoughts about that. If they nerf it, I hope they do. I'm briefly going to talk about it. Skill-based matchmaking. I made a dedicated video on skill-based matchmaking 2 days ago. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out. It's on my channel. We talk about skill-based matchmaking and all that. But yes, absolutely, skill-based matchmaking needs to be tuned down drastically, brother. Like, honestly, we as a social media presence, as a viewer, as the content creator, we're actually the minority in this. Like, the majority, the silent majority is just the casual player base that can't even differentiate from a good lobby versus a sweaty lobby. Like, they just can't. They just play casually. They watch videos casually. And that's that. We're actually the minority group of players in Call of Duty, oddly. But the majority just don't even care about skill-based matchmaking. So yeah, but in my opinion, that needs to be tuned down quite a bit. And this is another thing. I think a lot of people talk about aim assist. Now, I think aim assist for controller players are just, it is what it is. Like, I feel like aim assist has always been there, obviously, since the beginning of Call of Duty times. And I'm a controller player, so I'm not going to complain about it. But I know mouse and keyboard players are going to be able to nerf the crap out of aim assist. I hear you. But look, as a controller player, I'm a stand up for my controller players here. But when you're up close as a controller player, they have removed all aim assist. Now, it's become a little bit frustrating. I'm not going to lie, as a controller player. I know people are going to be like, just stop complaining about it. But this is my own opinion. I'm freedom of speech. You don't have to agree with me here. But up close as a controller player, you lose all aim assist. And they have admitted that you lose aim assist within like 2 or 3 meters with that player. It is a really bad experience, but I can get used to it. So those are my kind of 2 cents on like the feedback and the critique that I have on the game. Like, going forward, obviously I'm going to be looking forward to the prestige system. Obviously I'm going to be looking forward to grinding all of my camos out, all the attachments, grinding out every single gun to max level, seeing what the game has to offer in terms of nuked outs, tactical nukes, grinding on 1,000 levels, just seeing the prestige logos. You'll be one of the first people to see it on my channel because I'm going to be grinding out 24-hour streams for 7 days in a row. So you'll be one of the first people to see it on my channel or whoever's channel that grinds the game, all the prestige logos here first, right? I just can't wait to see all the operator mods and like the unique kind of classes that I can build. It's going to be a very fun time. So my rating still stands 8.5 out of 10, maybe an 8. I'll still say 8 to an 8.5 out of 10 because we don't have the full game that's out right now. The game is going to be launched October 25th. And that's when everybody's going to be able to enjoy or put their hands on the game and just kind of experience it for themselves. But I'd be curious to know your thoughts and like your feedback and just your overall take from what you have played in the last 9 to 10 days of the beta. I know there's going to be a lot of people that just don't like it. I think a lot of people do like it and they have their own problems with it. I would like to hear your thoughts about it in the comment section. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, you got to really think about it. It's Call of Duty. I wouldn't say it's a reskin, but it's just Call of Duty added with new features. Look, we have brand new movements. We're going to have brand new guns, brand new maps, and a brand new feel, brand new features. And I say brand new in quotes because they're just kind of re-adding features from the previous, nostalgic features, if you will. But those are my overall 2 cents about Black Ops 6. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Drop a like and make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you guys want to see my dedicated skill-based matchmaking video, you can just go to my channel. It'll be linked in the description box. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.